So it's been reported this morning by the Telegraph that Gareth Southgate is considering playing Luke Shaw at centre-back this weekend in a back three. The England manager's practice with a 3-4-3 formation and with a four-man defence as he tries to find a solution in the absence of the injured Harry Maguire. One combination that Southgate looked at was Shaw on the left side of three centre-backs. Is it a good move? For more on this now, we're joined by former England defender Lee Dixon. Morning, Lee.
Morning, Dicko. How are you?
Morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm good.
Lee, are we getting carried away, Lee, that England can win this or not?
Yeah, we always do, but it's fun, isn't it? It's fun getting to that carried away stage where we can dream big and all of that. I mean, the preparation, like for all the clubs with what's going on with COVID and all of that, and the length and intensity of the seasons the players have got, we can make all those excuses and we can get to a point where as soon as this tournament starts, everybody starts to think they're going to win it. I mean, even Ali's got visions of grandeur. I've heard it in his voice all week talking about. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant for English football and Scottish football that we come against each other for the first time for a while, which is great as an Englishman to sort of hear the Scots now. I've been listening to them all week on the radio saying, just starting to believe that little bit, and that's exactly where we want you. I'm just saying that. That's exactly where we want you.
Lee, I was going to ask you, obviously, look, there's a lot of good sides here, and I think it's pretty open. You know, you can make an argument or make a case for Portugal, France, Italy, Spain, England. You know, not so much Scotland, but Ali's making a good one. Even Wales, which you haven't mentioned, Lee. But there is generally, I feel, a very open tournament where France are the best side. Yeah. But generally, there's a lot of good sides. If they have a tournament in their life, they're easy could win it.
Absolutely. I think that's why we're all excited. Yeah, we're back to tournament football, which is a really exciting thing. But I think when you look at it and you put all the teams down on a piece of paper and you go, well, they could beat them. And I think it is really open. And obviously we've got that, England have got that home advantage. I think that with the fans being back, or some of the fans being back, will play its part. There's no doubt about that. So we still have to, with the injury issues that we've had, with the problems with the squad, with all of the stuff that Gareth's had to deal with, and let's just take a minute to just, how well has he done just in the preparation going in? You know, that he's done an amazing job for me. I'm a big fan of his, and I think testing things out with how he's going to play at the back is probably his biggest issue that he's had leading into what team he plays. I do feel as if, you know, I've spoke to him. I know him really well. Obviously, we work together at ITV and we chat now and again. And I just get the sense that that he wants to be protective of the goal a little bit more, as in playing with that three. And it's getting the balance. And I think Luke Shaw on that left-hand side is something that's popped up in conversation before, and he's played there for Man United. And I do feel that he wants to protect. I know he's not been playing with a three at the back because he's been trying to give people minutes further up the pitch, and to do that, it's been better in playing with a four. So I think he will go down that road, and the three that he's going to play is certainly Shaw's in the mix for that.
I was going to say to you, Dicko, I mean, regardless of a three or a back four, would England defensively be good enough to take on? Because you're going to have to beat a France or a Belgium at one point. I don't see them keeping a clean sheet. They might potentially score more goals than them, but I just think that it might be the Achilles heel.
Yeah, I think you know, that's absolutely right, Ali. When you look down at what we've got available, and as I said, Harry Maguire has become a huge problem for us going into this game, and that's not going to get solved quickly. You know, we've all done on ankle ligaments, and we know how quickly they get better for a period of time, and then that last bit when you've really got to be on your game and you forget about your imbalance on that side, that's the bit that takes the time. So if you know, Gareth's already said, if he kicks a ball in anger in any of the games we've had a result, anything else is a bonus. And I understand him taking the chance and giving him that opportunity, because he's such a big player for us in the area that you talked about, which is our problem area. But, you know, Mount, Grealish, Kane and Foden, you know, if you say those four names to people outside of the England camp who are going to come across those in the games, and they'll go, wow, you know, they've got to create and score more goals, and maybe the defence might let in.
Some people say that the four we mentioned there, Rice, who'll sit, Jack, who'll play forward, Mount, Foden, who's been fantastic. I'd love to see the four of them play, Lee. I really would. Do you think, will he take that chance in the first game? Because the game he doesn't want to lose the first one.
No, that's absolutely right. It's a massive game. It sets you up or puts you down in the group. You know, you're in that position where you've got an opportunity to set a marker. So does he? I think knowing Gareth and knowing the teams he's played in the past, he'll be more cautious than gung-ho. But I think that talent is, I think, certainly Grealish. I think Grealish has been playing on his mind for a while. You know, with all the media is pushing him. Everybody's saying. Every time I watch him play, he does something different than the last game, and I think he's the closest thing. You know, Ali played with Gazza at club level, and club level at Rangers, yeah, and he's the closest thing to Gazza I've seen with the ball. The way he's balanced and the way he holds people off is so Gazza-like, and I think he's got the bit between his teeth now, and all he's doing, he's playing his stuff and saying to people, this is how I play. And the people who watch him every week at Villa will be singing his praises. And I think now everybody's taking stock and saying he has to be in the team. Now, thankfully, I don't have to pick the team. to try and get him, Harry Kane, obviously, goal scorer, number one on the team sheet. Name me somebody else who isn't number two, because for me, he has to play.
Yeah,
and getting him in, and I'm a massive fan of Foden, and Mount is in anyway.
The four in midfield are just sensational, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I think they've got to play them. But just one last one, Lee, because of time. Do you go Raheem nearer Harry, or do you go Marcus Rashford?
I think Rashford has to play. I know he's been out of form. I thought he played a big game at the weekend. I think that was. I watched, doing commentary, Ali, as you know, you can kind of watch different parts of the game as the commentators talking. You can watch his runs, and his runs off the last man. Even if he's playing poorly, he still makes those runs. And I think if we get the service to him, you've got to stretch teams. You've got to push them towards their own goal. And he's the one out at the moment in the squad when you look and go, yeah, Raheem's out of form. I don't think he stretches teams like Rashford does, and on the corner on the back shoulder of a defence, he's invaluable just to give you that ball down the sides and over the top.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil, Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker.